My name is Carson. Welcome back to Thrifty Garage. In today's video, we're going to be working on our Honda Foreman Rubicon 520 four-wheel drive. This is a 2023 model. I've had some previous issues with this on the channel, and here today we're messing with this little tool in case you can't shift. We're definitely going to kind of use that today. So I've got an appointment at the dealership for a check engine light, but hopefully we can figure this out before having to go to them. It's having an issue shifting into neutral, and we've got two codes that are flashing here, as well as our power steering light is on. But I've got this cover, the saddle cover off right now, because this tool is a nightmare to use. I always heard that it was kind of inside here. I thought at first it was this little guy, because that kind of makes sense, but doesn't fit right. But where it really is you're supposed to use it like this. And you can't even tell, but I've got a ratchet down there right now. That's where it's supposed to hook up. And for whatever reason, I cannot get the right angle in here to actually get that to work. So I toss that to the side, have a huge long ratchet extension here so that I can turn this shift solenoid. And you can hear it. So I just drove this around a whole bunch. You can see here now that light is flashing. Instead of saying neutral there, it is flashing. Now it actually shifted back into gear. So this shift motor back in here, this is the front drive shaft, this motor behind it is the shift motor. That's what we're after. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Watched a few other videos of somebody who took that off. Sounds like it's a 10mm bolt. You can pull it out. And then supposedly from the manufacturer, the grease on that is really sticky and it causes issues. I've had an issue with it once before on the channel where it was sticky and it wouldn't shift into neutral and it just kept trying to shift into neutral. You could just hear that motor shifting. It's off, turn it back on. And it's kind of doing the same thing now, but it's not making the sound anymore. So I don't know if it's a neutral position sensor or if it's the sticky grease or what it is, but we'll take it apart and see what's going on. Went ahead and took off the plastics and foot liner area just for easier access. All of them are these little push clips with the exception of one Allen. This guy is an H5, little 10mm bolt on that. Oh, and then two 10mm on the foot pegs. So super easy to take off, and that allowed us to get in here. We've got one, two, and then one on the other side, three loose bolts. See if we can, yeah, let me get them all. Okay, so here's our little guy. So it shifts 3 times. So it must be shifting until the sensor tells it where it's at. So we will take off some of this grease on here. I use a rag, some Houdini, and this little pick to clean off as much of that grease as I could. I did tighten this back up, reinstall it. This seemed to be the best combination. A little short extension, 10mm socket. Pretty good length to get in there. Pretty good access without this fender and stuff on here. So let's go ahead and we'll start neutral. Good. I'm not super confident, but what was really happening when we were running around in the higher gears, 4th, 5th, and maybe 6th gear, I think this has, that's when it tended to lug down. It was really having issues, really struggling to keep up. So I'm gonna go run it around the yard, see if we can't get it to replicate again. Yeah, I didn't make it very far. See, now it's not even shifting. we go. Got it. So if we go slow, it's fine. So you can go fast, it wants to dive. Oops. And I think I had an 8mm with that guy that I lost in the yard just now. Dang it. I'll go look for that. Found it. Got the four-wheeler back from dealership and they fixed it. Solution was pretty simple. I feel stupid. I feel dumb. Let's show you. So they said the ECU, which I believe is this unit right here, had a plug that wasn't fully clipped in. So I guess one of those 3 plugs was not fully seated, causing our issues. I don't know why it's taken 2 years for that to rattle loose. That seems a little bit odd to me. But they plugged it in, put it back together, and voila, shift to neutral, no problem. Starts right up, no problem. I haven't ridden it a ton, but in my short rides, it is working correctly. So that's a relief going into snow season. We can put a plow on this and get this thing to work. And yeah, I'm gonna throw this saddle cover back on, throw the seat back on, and throw a plow on it, and we should be good to go for this winter. So I feel dumb, super simple fix. I guess things that we learned in the process, I learned where that little emergency key goes down under here. So if I need to in an emergency shift into neutral, we can do that, or shift into gear even. We can do that now. I learned more about the machine and how all this works. So win-win, we learned some stuff. I think that's the best thing about working on your own equipment is you learn where every bit and piece goes. You learn about stuff, and then when stuff breaks, you know how to fix it, even if it's just on the trail, on the road. Working on your own stuff has a lot of benefits. So I wish I would have found that on my own and I didn't have to send it to the dealership and spend money on it. But some things are right in front of your face. You can't see it. I did go through the video footage of me trying to diagnose this, and I couldn't see that clip undone. But nonetheless, I feel dumb. So easy fix. Hopefully no more issues from this machine. So if we go in there, oh, got an O-ring there. Those are all the same length. Okay, trying to do this one-handed.